Here's what one single act can accomplish. One single choice that every human on earth can come together and participate in. To better ourselves, the planet, and every living creature that resides on it. By making one simple change of the food we eat, we can dramatically change our world and the world. If every human on earth would simply choose plants to eat and not animals, we would see a seismic transformation. We would literally put ourselves on course to the Garden of Eden we all dream of and were meant to live. As a matter of fact, I wrote a book stating these truths. God is Vegan, available on Amazon. I didn't write this book because I'm a highly religious person. I wrote this book because of one simple but powerful instruction God gave to mankind that we don't seem to be paying attention to. Right after God created humans in Genesis 1:26, we were told to look after and protect planet Earth, which is dominion. Then in Genesis 1:29, God had his first and most important conversation with humans. God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth and every tree that has fruit with seed in it, and they will be yours for food. This simple instruction fits perfectly with what today's science has proven to be true. The only diet proven to prevent, stop, and even reverse humans' number one killer, which is heart disease, is a plant-based diet. I'd highly recommend the book Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease by Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, as well as the book called How Not to Die by Dr. Michael Greger. They will both enlighten you on the power of a plant-only diet. Similarly to heart disease, there is only one diet that has been shown to give you the best chance to prevent, stop, and sometimes reverse cancer. And that's also the diet that God recommends in Genesis 1:29. Humans need to stop feeding cancer by putting the wrong food into our bodies, the wrong food for our design. The China Study is an excellent book to understand the science behind plant-based nutrition, how it can prevent cancer. And one of my favorite authors is Dr. Christy Funk, who will give you the expertise on how to stop feeding cancer. Pick any disease that humans are dealing with, and a whole food plant-based diet has been proven to be our best defense to treat those issues. When it comes to diabetes, Dr. Neil Barnard is the expert second to none. When it comes to diseases of the brain, it's very similar to diseases to the heart. Animal flesh is clogging those arteries. The Alzheimer's Solution is an excellent book. There is only one diet for all human beings because we all have the same anatomy and we were all created in God's image, and that is a plant-only diet. God and science agree. And please, don't get hung up on protein. All protein originated in plants, thanks to God, through photosynthesis. The easy way to get your protein is just to eat real food. All plants have protein. If you're an athlete like myself, you'll find that your performance even gets better because you recover quicker, so you can train harder, you can get stronger, you can get faster. An excellent film to watch is called The Game Changers, and it's on Netflix right now. Our food choices not only affect our personal health, but the planet's health as well. Right now, because of our unnatural desire to eat animals, there are more animals on this planet created by us, artificially inseminated by us, than there are natural animals and humans. The majority of the food grown on this planet are going to those factory farmed animals. And the majority of the water it takes to grow that food are going to those factory farmed animals. And those animals just don't live naturally. They create a lot of methane, which is now being proven to be worse than coal and gas in the oil and gas industry. The way we are eating animals is literally destroying this planet. We are eating our way to extinction. The only way to fix that is to change our footprint. We need to make our footprint from plants and not animals. Cutting out the middle animal and saving all the water and land and food grown for that animal is the absolute solution. Food is the solution to our problems. This past year, we were all awakened to a new problem, also caused by not following God's instruction to eat only plants, and that's viruses. COVID-19 and every other virus that's engulfed this planet was caused by humans' desire to eat animals. It's a meat eater's virus. The only way we have to guarantee that we never have to go through this again is to stop the cause. And the cause is putting a bunch of animals together on top of each other to grow them for food that we do not need for nutrition. I'd highly recommend that you watch Dr. Michael Greger's lecture called Pandemics, History, and Prevention on YouTube to learn where viruses come from. Now please stop and think about this. Humans kill over 70 billion farmed animals every year and trillions of sea creatures for food that we do not need to live on and to be healthy on, and not what God instructed us to eat. The violence that these animals go through for food that is not necessary for human consumption is absolutely devastating. And to me, we cannot have a relationship with God when we have animal flesh flowing through our veins. And we can't have a relationship with God when our bodies are the tombs for these creatures. To get to heaven, in my mind, we need to stop killing animals for food, just as God told us not to. For me, the solution is obvious. All we need to do to rectify a majority of humanity's problems is to simply stop eating animals and start eating how we are designed and how God instructed us to eat. Plants and only plants. One single act. That's all we need to do. Will you please join me? Let's all be the change that we want to see in this world. Let's live up to our potential. And a plant-only vegan diet is that potential. And we all have control over it. And it all started back in the Garden of Eden with Genesis 1:29. Then God said, "Behold, I have given you every plant-yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit-yielding seed, and it shall be food for you." Thank you, God.